Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the final game on home ice for your UW Stevens Point Pointers taking on the UW Eau Claire Blue Golds in a big one here at KB Willet Arena in Stevens Point, Wisconsin. I am Jacob Spoerl. Joined here to my left is the Brett McNamara. If you're watching this online, video is provided by Pointer Studios on YouTube with audio provided by WWSP Stevens Point. Sorry for the quick start. We had just some brief technical difficulties as this is a huge rivalry and a huge game for both of these programs. The last time both the Pointers and the Blue Golds met up was the final game of Stevens Point season. It was a regular game that the Pointers won, immediately played a one-period mini game, and then had 3 innings after of overtime where it ended in a shootout scenario. Leo Bacallo, who ended the season of Alex Proctor, is here tonight. And speaking of Alex Proctor, in his senior season, goalie for the Pointers, today is his birthday. So there's a lot of things at stake here. Brett, how you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm doing great, Jacob. I like the long introduction, but it's great to be out here once again. This is a big game against Eau Claire. Well, I was here as well last year. It was so just unfortunate the way that it ended. And you love to be back out here once again to see two great hockey teams face each other once again.
Could not be more correct, Brett. This is a major matchup, obviously, for all the reasons that I just stated. Also, both teams are hovering around 500 with the similar amount of conference wins and losses. Both these teams will play tomorrow night in Stevens Point, in Eau Claire. But this is the final home game for the Pointers, as Eau Claire wins the faceoff. But it's intercepted by the Pointers, but offsides will be called. That'll be a stoppage of play. I'm going to quickly get into tonight's starters. Starting off with the Pointers, obviously tonight's starting goalie, as usual, is number 72, Alex Proctor. On defense is number 2, Adam Raegan. And number 14, the sophomore, Ryan Hintz. Offensive starters are Nico Kamilevsky, the freshman, Cody Pisarcek, and Alex Johnson. Pointers win the faceoff. Quick shot toward the goal is defended by Max Guchar, a pad save. And Pointer fans are very familiar with Guchar's game, as he was the goalie also last year for Eau Claire in one of the longest games in Division III ice hockey history. As here comes the Pointers with haste. Coming around. Pass went wide, went off the skate of Kamilevsky, and here comes Eau Claire. Lob over the head of one of the Pointers defensemen. I believe it was Ryan Hintz. Pointers advancing the puck past center ice.
Yeah, both teams just kind of feeling it out a little bit, figuring out what the game plan is in this one. Both these teams, offenses are pretty elite, but defenses is where they kind of lack, especially Stevens Point. The last few home games that we've broadcasted, the defense has kind of given up most of the way, which results in Proctor giving up a lot of goals. So we're going to see if the Pointers can step up defensively.
Mosier had a long shot away. It went off of one of the defensemen and towards the goal and went just wide of the post. Owen Dean has the puck now for the Pointers. On the line change is Eau Claire. The puck is still on Eau Claire's side of the ice, behind the net. Sean Bunty to keep it in play, out in front. Oh, my goodness.
And Aiden Mosier
had a chance at it
there. I know. He didn't put anything towards the net.
Eau Claire wins that series defensively. The Pointers keep the puck on Eau Claire's side of the ice as icing is now called. Sorry for the brief introduction. We had to get right into it. In this one, this is a huge, huge game for both of these teams. Obviously, the Pointers are 2-2 in conference play. Last weekend, they took on UW Stout in a game that technically ended in overtime, but the shootout determined the real winner of that scenario in terms of points. It counts as a tie on the Pointers' record. And then their last game was against Beloit. That was a quick shot there out of the face-off circle. Eau Claire won it, but it went wide of the post. And now the puck is back on Eau Claire's side of the ice in the corner. Going towards center ice again. The Pointers trying to corral it, specifically with Ryan Hintz. Eau Claire staying hot on the offense. Trying to set it up. Goes wide. Proctor had several different Eau Claire players in front of his vision. The Blue Golds make a line change.
We'd like to introduce our 90 FM listeners. Welcome to the UWSP versus UW Eau Claire hockey game. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but we are all ready to go on both sides, Pointer Studios and 90 FM. So we're glad that you're listening, and let's play some hockey, Jacob.
Absolutely. I'm Jacob Spoerl, joined here with Brett McNamara. Right now it is scoreless in the final game of home ice for your Pointers as Proctor is out of his crease to make a play at the puck. Going towards center ice, we got our first wipe out of the game by way of Andrew Hayek, number 7, on the Blue Golds. And it's back on the Blue Gold side of the ice, but they're going to play it back towards center ice. And we'll clear it for now. Proctor once again out of his crease to make a play at the puck. Doesn't go supremely in his favor. That one was short of the post. And now his defensemen, who have struggled these last couple games, Proctor's young defensemen, have some good defense there. Take the puck out of Pointer territory. That was by way of number 27, Alex Johnson, who's one of tonight's starting forwards. Here's Kupal, hasn't had a ton of playing time. Lays into the boards. Puck goes past Morris, We've got another new Pointer in here. Camden Markham, haven't seen him much these last several games here at home ice as well.
Yeah, Norris had a good shot at the goal, but Max Guchar, the senior, playing very well so far in this one.
Oh, man, that pass went way in between the final two lines of defense. Sorry to cut you off there.
No, you're good.
Poked away.
I love the pressure that Stevens Point is putting on Eau Claire so far, though. This defense is really going out towards that blue line and putting the pressure on Eau Claire to have to make a quick pass, and it's forcing them to have a lot of turnovers so far.
Point playing this puck out of their territory. It went right past the Blue Gold stick. That was Carter Bradley, who's one of tonight's starting defensemen for the Blue Golds, as the puck is pinned on the boards in the corner. And finds its way free to the near side corner. Point is playing this one. Here's Adam Racegal. Puck went past the stick for the moment. Could have been a breakaway for the Blue Golds, but Racegal fires the puck to the corner. On the near side boards, quick pass out by Kamalevsky, trying to keep it to the near side. Going around to the other corner, the far side corner that is. Now it's out in space of the ice, and here comes Eau Claire. Oh, a nice pin to the boards. Puck now behind the net. Proctor out of his crease to play it. Puck in front of the Pointers bench. Eau Claire has an opportunity, but it's poked away by Adam Racegal. Nice defense there. He's one of tonight's starting defensemen for the Pointers. Eau Claire setting up the shot attempt. The shot was slow and wasn't even close. Proctor was ready for it, though. There's a lob received by one of the Pointers, trying to set it up for Hill. Oh, almost a big collision as Richards wipes out. We got another wipe out on the near side boards. Eau Claire has a chance at it. Pass to the other side of the ice, towards the net. Wide of the post.
Lots of traffic inside by Proctor, but the defense is finally coming together. That's what we want to see from the Stevens Point defense.
Oh, man! Eau Claire strikes first. What a shot!
Announcer's jinx is a thing, Jacob.
Yes,
Spoerl,
it is.
right there. I was just talking about how this defense was playing so good, protecting Proctor, and the puck just slips right through. I'm not sure who had the goal. I believe it was the captain, number 5, Trenton Heidi. But wow, what a start here from Eau Claire. I mean, just you can't have that happen. A lot of traffic, maybe a little too much traffic, and it forces Eau Claire to have a 1-0 lead.
And going on with the early trends, Eau Claire offensively seemingly has had a lot more time for their offensive pursuits and plays to develop. As fresh out of the face-off, Eau Claire wins it as they have the 1-0 lead just under 7 minutes into this one. And something to note there, you mentioned it right before that call, but there is a ton of traffic in between Alex Proctor. And as we've seen most of this season, some of his young defensemen weren't giving him help there. They were playing better in the first couple minutes of this first period, but weren't giving him a lot of help there. However, it's the Pointers offense that really is going to have to carry them. Max Guchar has had a pretty inconsistent season. We'll talk about some of the trends that we're noticing. Right now, the puck is around center ice at the Pointer side of the ice as O'Brien is trying to play it, who's in a 3-way tie for leading the team in assists. Here come the Pointers by way of Kemelevsky. Puck is in the corner. Good defense here from these Blue Golds. Blake Norris was out, trying to get it. Pass intercepted by Johnson. Norris, oh my goodness, almost banked to the corner of the post. That's a save for Guchar. Eau Claire trying to escape, and they will.
And Guchar, I mean, had a great season last year, but like you mentioned, Jacob, I mean, a little bit staggered a little bit in the start of the season. Inconsistent. Yes, that's a great word to use. But I just think that Max Guchar, down the stretch, he's been always an elite level goalie along with Proctor.
Man.
So you're going to see a lot of those pretty beautiful saves from Guchar tonight.
That was a big slam on the boards there. Great analysis, though, Brett, on color tonight. And here comes Eau Claire.
But once again,
bringing it
the
back
Pointers,
in their own territory.
Yes, they're just putting Eau Claire in a very tough situation. And right there, a turnover.
That's Camden Markham again, number 10 for the Pointers. We have not seen him play a lot, but they want to give the freshmen a lot of chances. Some of the young freshmen for the Pointers, Cody Pisarcek and Gabe Randall, to name a few, have been a major part of Stevens Point offense early in the season, and they had a major graduating class of, I believe, of 8 players, 2 of which were Stevens Point's top scorers. So they need those young freshmen to take those roles. Puck is out in front. Originally had a chance. O'Brien has it defended. He's got another chance. Pass is defended again. Owen Dean had the second chance at it as he is skating with haste towards the puck on the Pointer side of the ice.
I would have liked a little bit more power on that shot from Dean. It seemed like he had enough space to get a good shot in there, but it just seemed a little too light, and it forces a good push away by Eau Claire. They got all the way down to that Stevens Point defense now.
Out from behind the net. Here comes Stevens Point. Past center ice. O'Brien still handling the puck as it goes behind the net. Now at the far side corner. Slamming on the brakes. And pass was intercepted, attempting to go to to Richards. But it was intercepted by the Blue Golds. It looked like it was by way of Andrew Hayek. Puck still at center ice. Pointers trying to set up their next offensive possession as they now take it to Eau Claire's side of the ice. Icing is waved off as we are almost a full 10 minutes into this first period. Obviously, the Blue Golds have the 1-0 lead.
Feels like it's gone so fast, Jacob. The 10 minutes just in a blink of an eye. And right now, they're all stuck in that corner. We'll see if they can get out of there. But the Stevens Point's got to put a little bit more shot attempts at Guchar and bring that stamina down.
Adam Rasigal has the puck now on the near side boards and now behind the net. And that was taken away by one of the Eau Claire defensemen. Cross-ice pass. There's a hit laid out by Kopel. Shot from Kopel just off the glove and up and out of play as there's going to be a media timeout, it seems, here at the KB Willet after Max Guchar makes another save. So we're going to have our first stoppage of play, or at least our first, important stoppage of play, just a media timeout as we will stop the clock with 9 minutes and 35 seconds left here. Again, a 1-0 lead for the Blue Golds over the Pointers. It's been a fast game, but do you want to talk a little bit about the Pointers and the Blue Golds last matchup, the last time they met up, because it was a big one, Brett.
Yes, it was, Jacob, and wow, just what a performance from both of these squads in that semifinals of the WIAC playoffs. Eau Claire took that win in that first game where Stevens Point, the pressure was all on them at home. Stevens Point ended up winning that second game. We go to that mini game, and it was all in the same night. So both teams are tired going into this mini game, and Eau Claire would get through the first overtime. Stevens Point just both tired, both exhausted, no goals, another overtime, and eventually I believe it was something to do with the puck and Proctor.
It was an illegal attempt to try to make a save at it, because if that illegal procedure wasn't made by Proctor, it would have been the game-winning goal. So because that penalty was called, it was a shootout, a one-on-one opportunity, which Eau Claire took. They took that as a way to win it there. So
Leo Bacalo ended it right here, right in front of us, where they're at on the ice right now. So hopefully it doesn't go that way tonight, but nonetheless, it should be an amazing matchup. We always love seeing these two teams compete.
Look out for the Pointers. Puck out in front. That was well played by Guchar. Blake Norris trying to give something to one of his teammates. Puck almost poked away by one of the Blue Golds. And this is just a back and forth these last couple of minutes. Neither team has really spent a ton of time on the offense. Yeah, good move there from behind the net.
Yeah, the possessions have been very limited so far. Very quick. A lot of quick shot attempts and then turnovers or just Nice offensive possessions going the other direction.
That was some great stick handling for the Blue Golds. That was Max Rojo. Puck, near side boards on the Pointer side of the ice. Now out in front of the net, trying to set something up. Great defense there from Stevens Point. Eau Claire has another chance. It was Logan Gans who was possessing the puck for a minute. Pointer setting up defensively again. Eau Claire trying to set up the shot. Just went wide. Now it's in front of Proctor. Where's the puck? Still out in front of the net. As the whistle is blown, and honestly, I'm a little shocked. There's not a lot of smack talk, chippiness, late hits like we saw last week against UW Stout, the Blue Devils. That game was extremely physical. A ton of penalties were called, the most I've ever seen in a second period of a hockey game.
Well, right there, Cody Bazarchek from Airdrie, Alberta, had some time living up there, but him and Leo Bacalo got a little bit smack talk down there, so it's not completely out of the room. Leo Bacalo obviously hitting that game winner last year, so there's going to be a little bit of remembrance going into this one between the two squads and Leo Bacalo.
Eau Claire won the faceoff, trying to set up an offense. Well defended there by Proctor. Not sure if it was poked away by one of his defensemen first. Eau Claire trying to set up another chance. And Gutschar's coming out of the goal.
There's a delayed penalty, so that's why there's going to be an extra man on the ice now. So it's going to be uncalled on Stevens Point. So a good chance for Eau Claire to put something together here, up by 1.
6-on-5 is finally the whistle blows. And now we get some of the smack talk.
And it is Bacalo.
And it's very much not shocking that Leo Bacalo is going to have some smack talk, as he was the one that ended the Pointers season last year. But you can hear the song, "It Ain't My Fault." This penalty will be against UW Stevens Point.
Looks like it's on Gabe Randall, so he'll get 2 minutes. And that's going to force Stevens Point to go down to their penalty kill team, where this is where they kind of struggled a little bit in the last few games. So we'll see if they can come together and force Eau Claire to no goal and keep this at a 1-0 game.
UW Eau Claire will be on the power play, the first of tonight's game, as we are just under 8 minutes into this one. Eau Claire has the advantage for 2 minutes, as they're the only team at full strength. Out of the face-off circle on the Pointer side of the ice.
If you're Stevens Point here, you got to get it away from your side as much as possible. Don't try it and be smart and try to get something on a shorthanded goal. Just get it out of there and waste his time as much as possible.
Puck still trying to be set up. Shot attempt is short. Another chance for Eau Claire. Pass. Shot. Goes wide of the net.
And a nice job there by the defense coming together and sliding and making using their body to make a play on defense.
All defense right now. The first quarter of this power play has been entirely on the Pointer side of the ice. Proctor has some time to play it out of the crease. Puck still behind the net. Now on the far side boards. Poked away for the moment. Eau Claire keeping this alive on the Pointer side of the ice. Cross ice pass. Pass again. Shot. Well defended by Proctor. Right off the pad. The dog pound, the student section for these Pointers loved it. Here's a lob pass.
You can see Eau Claire's trying to go to the middle. Number 27, I believe that's Easton Inglis. They're trying to go to him to get a cheeky goal up the middle, but a nice job by Stevens Point, forcing them to go around the outside.
Trying to get ready for the shot. Goes wide.
What a save by Proctor.
What a save by Proctor. Oh, my goodness. He played to near side posts. Had to go to the other side of the net. Slams his glove down on the puck. What a save.
And the birthday boy with the spidey senses going from one side to the other.
I like
Love
that
seeing
call.
that.
Put a little Brian Burns on that one. So that'll stop the clock. Just over 6.5 minutes here in this first period. Only 45 seconds on the dot left for Eau Claire's power play. Out of the faceoff. The Pointers win it for now. As the puck finally enters center ice, and for now is on Eau Claire's side of the ice. 35 seconds left for the Blue Golds on the power play. They're going to take it out from behind their own net.
See if Stevens Point can finish it off here. They've been doing good so far. About 25 seconds left to go.
Nice poke away to keep it on Eau Claire's side of the ice. That was a great job from number 13, Sean Bunting.
And that's one of the things that captain needs to do is do the little things. And right there he does it. Gets that nice poke. Takes 15 seconds off of this power play.
Final chance here. 8 seconds left in the power play. Eau Claire sets it up. 3 seconds. Pass out in front. Pass again. Shot. Defended by Proctor. Another save as the Pointers are back to full strength. They're still playing on defense, though. Another pad save for Proctor. And here comes the Pointers on offense.
Beautiful job by Alex Proctor. I mean, you love to see it on his birthday, making great saves one after another.
Where's the puck? Now it frees to the corner. Point going to play this one.
Nice glove
Shot
save.
towards the net, and yes, a glove save for Max Guchar. These hometown officials sprinting in there to ensure that there will be no chaos after the play, like there was many a times last week against Stout.
That looks like, I mean, Guchar looks like a catcher from baseball.
Yeah.
I think that was a strike, though, if I'm going to be honest, Jacob. Right down the middle. But, of course, Angel Hernandez would call that a ball.
Wow. Spreading some love here in the press box. Out of the face-off circle, Eau Claire wins it on their side of the ice, trying to get it to center ice, which it is. But look out.
Nice pass.
Great pass. Colangelo has it intercepted by some of the Eau Claire defensemen. And Andrew Hayek trying to keep it alive onto the Pointers side of the ice. 5 minutes left in this first period. Pointers taking it past center ice. They're back on the offense. That'll come to the other corner. That worked out great, it seemed. Still, Eau Claire's defense has been working very well tonight. The puck is still pinned. Now it's in the corners, still on the move. Now the near side corner. Official had to jump it. Pass stop for the moment, couldn't get poked away, and now here comes the Blue Golds on the offense. Shot goes way high and wide of the net.
And I want to talk about Owen Dean for just a second. I mean, wow, he is all over this ice tonight. He is putting the pressure on Eau Claire. I mean, he's doing everything. Poke sticking, giving a little shoulder shrugs in there. Nice job tonight from Owen Dean so far.
Puck up in the air. Point will play it right in front of the Eau Claire bench. Pass, hitting the brakes. Oh, man, what moves there? I believe that was number 10. That was Markham, as we get a stoppage of play here.
Yeah, Bunting had a good shot attempt there, but just a little to the left. And Guchar, I mean, as amazing as he is, he caught that one pretty easily. Boom, right out of the play. But Stevens Point will still have it on the side here, so we'll see if they can put something together.
In the face-off circle, it'll be Quentin Hill for the Pointers and Easton Inglis for the Blue Golds. Eau Claire takes the face-off. Puck still on the near side post. Point set it up. Hill has his shot defended. Here's Hunter O'Brien. Gets slammed against the boards. Puck at the far side corner. Still on the move. The Pointers trying to score. Have struggled a little bit, at least so far in this one. Eau Claire defends it again successfully as it travels into the Pointers side of the ice, but icing is called by Peters. Much to dismay of some of the players on the ice, seemingly for Eau Claire. So we're going to bring the puck all the way back to the Blue Gold side of the ice, specifically the near side face-off circle, it seems, for now.
I love what Stevens Point's been doing ever since that power play. I mean, they've really kept it on the side of the defense for Eau Claire and really kind of just bring the pressure to them and seeing if they can make something happen. You know, right there, just another shot attempt to get Guchar going.
Yes, it was. Eau Claire won the face-off, but the Pointers are keeping this one alive. Pass to Kemalevsky. He will not. Pisarcik now passes way wide to it was Mosier. And now Eau Claire can finally make a line change. That is where the Pointers really needed to score. And they were trying to catch Eau Claire out of breath. This pass here, oh man, Cody Pisarcik trying to take it all into his own hands at the corner. Defended by Eau Claire. Just goes past Alex Johnson, past center ice, and into the Pointers side of the ice. Offsides was waved off. We are at under 2:45 to go in this first period. Eau Claire intercepts the pass. Shot out in front and saved by Proctor. And now we're seeing a little bit more after the whistle, a little bit more words exchanged between both teams.
And you saw that last week between UW Stout and Stevens Point. I mean, it's almost like every single time the Pointers were getting pressured, especially Alex Proctor. You're getting just pressured and pressured and pressured by Stell right in his face every single shot attempt. And you honestly, great job by the Stevens Point team to stick up for Alex Proctor. I mean, he can't do it all himself. Eventually got to his head, though, and he had to, throw a little slam down. So.
Oh, man, that tackle. Was that Ray Lewis?
It was. I think it was.
That was one of my favorite moments calling up here in the booth. Good defense here for the Pointers. Eau Claire keeping this alive from the red line to center ice. Proctor out of his crease. Sends it out in front to one of his defensemen. That is lobbed way over into Eau Claire side of the ice. Nice pass. Shot goes wide of the net. Norris will keep this alive. That's defended. Norris has the puck again. Lost it for the moment. Here's Gino Colangelo.
I don't really understand what Norris is doing there. He shot right at an Eau Claire player, and then he had a wide open Al Comedy and just did nothing with it.
Norris hits the brakes, takes the shot straight to the chest of Max Guchar. And
right there, Norris, I mean, he's playing a little of, solo puck right there. I mean, he has teammates open, decides to go with the shot right there, and probably not the best shot attempt. I feel like Guchar expected Norris to shoot it there.
I mean, one of the greatest shots this season so far was last week from Michael Evtimovsky. And he had a snipe shot, but that was set up by several different passes. There was an assist. It was a lot of team play on offense, as this is going to be a face-off violation against Gabe Randall. Now Camden Markham in on the face-off. The Pointers will win it. Hunter O'Brien keeps it alive. Going to the corner on the far side of the ice. Shot goes wide of the net. Now it's on the near side. Hit to the boards. O'Brien got beat there. The Pointers still trying to keep this alive. And what was that?
Oh, Randall. So Randall can't touch it. That'd be offsides, and it touched his foot. So offsides on Gabe Randall.
All right.
So that I was wondering. I'm like, why is he not touching the puck? It's right there.
It seemed
sure enough,
very
it's offside.
oddly intentional.
Yes.
So, yes, it would have been offsides if he touched the puck. This said it hit his skate. So that penalty will send the puck to the near side face-off circle on the Pointer side of the ice. The official, make sure both players are set and ready. No violation called. Now he drops the puck. Eau Claire wins it. Oh, man, shot just went wide on the near side post. That shot was taken by number 39 for Eau Claire, Dane Hoyard. There's a big slam on the boards. Another whistle is blown.
Yeah, Hoyard had a good shot attempt there on the one-timer, but...
And there's still some jawing after this one, well after.
Yeah, the head linesman not happy with that one. You can see number 17, Bennett Kupel, giving a little bit of sass down there, but we'll see if anything comes from it as that one heads out.
And we get another stoppage, not even a full second after that face-off was taking place. Puck went out of the rink, so we got another one in. And this will be in the far side face-off circle. In the Pointer side of the ice, 1-0 game for Eau Claire as they have the lead under a minute 20 to go. Eau Claire trying to set up for another score. Oh, man, a swing and a miss. Looked like it was baseball again, Brett.
Yeah, not the first time we've seen a little baseball here tonight on the rink. But, yeah, the shot attempt there came from Wyatt Carlson starting at left wing tonight. So 1 minute to go. Let's see if the Stevens Point Pointers can put something together.
Puck pinned to the near side boards. Now finally breaks out towards the corner. It is played by Mosier. Past the Pointer side of the ice. Now they take it past center ice. Great stick handling from Hill, but the shot went directly to the chest of Guchar. They've tried that several times.
And I kind of like that from Quinton Hill. I think he knew he didn't have a lot of teammates with him, so why not give it a shot at Max Guchar? And now you reset on this Eau Claire defense side to, give him a way better chance at putting something together.
The final line for this final 40 seconds will be Cody Pisarcek, Kemelevsky's in there, Johnson, O'Brien, and Mosier. Johnson out of the face-off, loses his stick. Skating back to the side. Pointer's still in the offense, though. And now coming in is Kopel. Icing waved off. 27 seconds left in this first period. The Pointers are going to have one more offensive attempt. Pass back. Puck still now behind the net. Big hit there delivered.
And if you're Stevens Point here, you're calling for an icing here from Proctor. Give him another chance here with 10 left to go.
And this will be the final chance, just under 10.5 seconds. It will be 10.4 seconds on the clock.
It's got to be the quickest period I've ever witnessed, Jacob. Wow, I mean, we are 30 minutes since this game started. I know it's a 20-minute period, but just it feels like it's gone so fast. Lots of action. You love to see it, though.
Absolutely. And on the face-off circle, again, it's Inglis for the Blue Golds. And for the Pointers, it's Hamady. He hasn't been in. He's barely been in the whole time. But Eau Claire wins the face-off, just puts it up in the ice. Pointers won't have time as there's under 5 seconds. Puck still at center ice. And time expires. That is all for period number 1. Eau Claire has the 1-0 lead over Stevens Point. It has been a back-and-forth game, a very swift first period. Wow.
Yeah, wow. I mean, it is 1-0 Eau Claire, but it feels like this has been a game of defenses. I mean, it really has. The defense from Eau Claire has been elite so far. You'd love to see that on the Eau Claire side. And Stevens Point, I mean, he gave up that one goal, but they've really came together since then. I mean, especially on that power play, they really looked together as a team, and they really, had Alex Proctor's back, so you love to see that. So we'll move into period number 2. Stevens Point will be down by 1, but, I mean, once again, Jacob, a great match between the two squads, and you love to see this game going in the right direction.
The two most successful teams in the WIAC in history, UW Stevens Point and UW Eau Claire, will be back in about 15 minutes or so in this historic rivalry. Stay tuned. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the KB Willet Arena in this long history rivalry between your UW Stevens Point Pointers and the UW Eau Claire Blue Golds. In the first period, the Blue Golds pretty early on took a 1-0 lead over the Pointers, and it was a goal scored by Trenton Heidi, and that was pretty early on. Of course, you can see at home that the shots on goal for the Pointers are 8, and the shots on goal for the Blue Golds are 13. So they've been leading offensively. Both goalies have flip sides. So Max Kuchar, the goalie for the Blue Golds, is in front of the Pointers student section, the dog pound as we like to call him here on the broadcast. Once again, I am Jacob Spoerl. Joined here to my left is Brett McNamara. If you were watching this online, video is provided by Pointers Studios here on YouTube, with audio provided by WWSP Stevens Point. And fresh out of the break, the Pointers have the puck on their side of the ice, trying to play this. As we're about 30 seconds playing in here. Eau Claire on the offense. Pad save from Proctor. Out in front again. It hops over the net. Little hop, skip, and a jump as it's now in the corner. Eau Claire on the offense. Pass goes wide for the moment. Almost poked away by Hintz. Now poked away by Cody Pisarcek. Here's the cross-ice pass, taken past center ice. Center ice is where the puck is again, but here comes Eau Claire, seemingly a breakaway opportunity. He missed the shot as it hit the backside of the net.
And we've seen Leo Picalo do it before right there. It was one-on-one with Proctor. A little bit pressured, though. Nice job there from Stevens Point. And now here comes the offense.
Oh, man!
Just missed across the hill.
And Guchar was way out in front. If someone was on the right side, that could have been a goal to tie this up. The Pointers are still on the offense.
Trying all their efforts to keep it on that Eau Claire side. Unfortunately, just couldn't do so.
Now here they come to take it in the Pointer side of the ice. Missed exchange. Pointers take advantage.
We had 2 strikes now. Second swing and a miss.
Oh, man. Shot just went wide of the net again.
At the reset here.
Yes, Owen Dean with the puck at center ice. Nice cut in between, keeps it alive as it bangs off the corner of the boards. Taking its sweet time now at the far side corner. Eau Claire having control. Manning puts a hand on it, brings the puck down. Puck being corralled right now by Hastings. He lost it for a moment. Puck stays on the near side boards. Eau Claire now has possession of the puck. Joseph Manning trying to keep it alive for his Pointers. Icing is waved off by seemingly every official in the building. As we are a little over 2 minutes played here into the second period. Eau Claire could have taken advantage there, but Quentin Hill tries to keep it out of their side of the ice, the Pointer side of the ice that is, and he does for the moment. Eau Claire, though, back on the offense. Taking it past the blue line. Hunter Bryant trying to poke it out. Oh, man.
Great job there from Joseph Manning, laying his body on the ice. That would have been an easy cross pass and possibly a goal there for Eau Claire, but Manning using his body and forcing a turnover.
And that has got to be a penalty against Eau Claire. I believe it was tripping from the stick, and that is what they're going to call it.
I think it can be on 17, if I'm correct. Luke Lavery.
And that is what it is. Luke Lavery is sent to the box. Facing his time is 2 minutes. And for the first time tonight, your UW Stevens Point Pointers are on the power play.
And this is where they got to capitalize. We've seen it before, Jacob. We really have. Stevens Point has come together and gotten a goal on a power play. Can they do it again tonight to even this one up? I guess we'll wait and see, but this is the opportunity. It's got to happen now for Stevens Point.
Trying to set it up. Kemilevsky's got the puck. Here's the pass. Waved out in front and smoked away.
Just
that was big time hit by Wyatt Carlson.
Just too lazy there with the pass. I mean, you got to be more stronger than that, especially on a power play. You can't have any mistakes.
Pass back for Kemilevsky. There's another mistake. Just went wide of the stick. Proctor out of his crease again to make a play at the puck. Here's Eau Claire, pretty aggressive there on the power kill unit. That was some pressure by Brett Gullinchin. And look at this. It's Gullinchin again who's got the puck, but the Pointers take it right back, straddling the blue line. Great possession of the stick by Nico Kemilevsky, but you're right. They called it offsides. So it stops the clock with 16 minutes and 28 seconds here Stevens Point still has another minute and 18 seconds left on their power play. So a little over a quarter through that. Haven't done a ton offensively in this game and really have not on the power play. As we're now on the face-off here in the red dot on the near side, facing Eau Claire's side of the ice. The Pointers win the face-off. Ryan Hintz possesses the puck. And it goes way up and out of play. Hits the rafters, falls back in, but we do have another stoppage.
Thought the student section was going to get a little souvenir there,
little
Jacob.
Gift, yes. We almost had one last week. Of course, they got nets around the rink to try to protect fans watching. There's been a little discourse about that. Some people think it impedes their vision, but they're in the Willet, and they're here to stay. Pointers have the puck on the near side boards on Eau Claire side of the ice. Johnson passes. Another pass went wide of the stick. Good defense again from Eau Claire.
About a minute here in
Johnson
the power
pass.
play.
Too much steam as it went off the stick of Hamady. Hintz has got the puck. Shot towards the net. Oh, man, what happened?
Almost bounced in on the body of Hill, but just couldn't get anything. So now Proctor decided what to do with it here.
Taking his time as Eau Claire makes a line change. There's only 30 seconds for point on the power play. Eau Claire keeps it alive. Just went wide of the net, but it's still on the Pointers' side of the ice. 25 seconds left for Stevens Point on the power play. Alex Johnson taking his time with it. Another strange pass.
Not sure what's going on here, Jacob.
The Pointers now going to set it up. Here's Hamady. Coming around. Pass. Miss. Another shot attempt. Again off the pad of Max Gouchard. Stops the clock with 5 seconds left for the Pointers on the power play.
That was probably the best chance right there. Quentin Hill had nothing but Gouchard in front of him and puts it right down the middle. An easy save for Gouchard. My goodness, I was just going to talk about how really just a sloppy performance so far on this power play. So 5 seconds remaining, one quick shot possibly, but
the final
other than
chance.
that, a great job by this Eau Claire penalty kill squad.
Absolutely. The Pointers have one more chance on this power play. Fresh out of the face-off circle. It's going to be the freshman Gabe Randall. 2 seconds. Pass in front. Final attempt. Shot. Just high. And Eau Claire is back to full strength. Even 5-on-5.
Norris had a good chance there, but just once again couldn't get anything to go.
Puck still on the near side boards. Still on Eau Claire side of the ice. That shot more so went way short of the post. Still on the near side, and the puck finally finds its way on the Pointers side of the ice. Icing is called, though.
Oh, wow. Not a great start here from, either squad here in the second period. Ever since that first goal, it just seems like a lot of quick possessions. Nothing really come together. I want to see Stevens Point move it around a little bit more and find an open shot. Try and go to the middle. That's exactly where you need to go in this situation. Eau Claire forcing them around the outside, so we'll see if they can do so.
Eau Claire wins the faceoff. Opportunity to score. Goes wide of the net. Joseph Manning on defense. And it looked like the Pointers might have been trying to catch Eau Claire out of transition. Proctor makes a play at the puck. Joseph Manning couldn't get a good corral of the stick. But now here we go. Cuts back. He gets nailed as he makes the play. It was Sean Bunting. Puck up in the air, back into the Pointer side of the ice. And icing is called after a little bit of a delay. Stops the clock with 14 minutes and 4 seconds left here in this second period. Again, it is still a 1-0 game. Eau Claire scored within the first 5 minutes of this hockey game. And we just haven't seen a lot develop for this Pointers offense. Some mixed exchanges, but also just a lot of solo shots. Not a ton of teamwork, but there's still plenty of time to recover. Still a one-score game. Here's a pass from O'Brien. A wide pass from the blue line is defended. Good hops there for Adam Raegan.
You can see Cody Bazarchek in that middle area trying to get positioning.
Missed pass. But Eau Claire still ends up with the puck. Here's a pass. Taken. Shot. Wide of the net.
You saw Leo Bacalo calling for it, but jumping in front of him was Cade Peterson.
And icing is called for the first time tonight on Eau Claire's side of the ice. So that's going to take this face-off back to the Pointers. Pointer zone, I should say. Here at the near side face-off circle is where they're going to place it. Clock stops with 13 minutes and 28 seconds. It seems like Easton Inglis is Eau Claire's go-to guy on the face-off. However, the Pointers vary it up. Right now is Alex Johnson as Eau Claire wins the face-off. Gruyere was taking his time to set it up.
Nice save there from Proctor, getting that arm up.
On his
Stick
birthday.
Save.
Here's Cody Pisarcek taking it on the offense with haste. Got it around one of the blue golds as Blake Norris is back in the game for the Pointers. Has to come back on defense, though, as Eau Claire takes it to the Pointers side of the ice. Here's a backwards pass. Still straddling the yellow. Pass went wide. Owen Dean possesses the puck. Here's a pass, goes off the stick of Hamony. Not great there. Eau Claire might take it past center ice. This is pushing and shoving. Great effort from these Pointers, but Eau Claire still has the puck. They have a chance to score, and that is a way wide shot. Proctor was ready. That one's taken by Norris. And here comes Blake Norris. Pass center ice. That pass went wide of his intended man. He was passing to is Gino Colangelo.
This defense for Eau Claire has been all over the ice tonight. I mean, they are really putting the pressure on Stevens Point. I mean, they just got nothing going for them offensively so far.
Here's Hintz. And that pass was taken away from one of the blue gold skates.
Every single stick is in there on the puck. They're letting nothing fly.
Oh my gosh, that pass went straight to the rafters. Nailed one of the championship banners, I'm 99% sure. That'll stop the clock with 12 minutes and 4 seconds left in the second period. We are almost at the halfway point of this matchup, at least for regulation. With how close this game has been, I won't surprise if we see overtime. Gabe Randall, the freshman, in for the Pointers here at this face-off at center ice. No violation called on the second attempt. Eau Claire wins the face-off. They've been dominating, in my opinion, from the face-off so far. We'll have to check the statistics in a moment. Proctor out of his crease, sends it to the corner. Aiden Mosier had a chance at it. Eau Claire keeps it alive, hits one of the skates. Puck out in front, and it's another score for the Blue Golds.
Goal from Cade Peterson. He wanted it earlier, didn't get there. This time he does in the right spot at the right time. And I got to talk about that defense for Stevens Point. There was absolutely nobody there in front of Proctor. It was him against the world, and it's just, you can't have that here at this level. Just all on one guy, and they get a great pass inside, another great pass, and Peterson puts it right through. And just sloppy and not great defense there from Stevens Point.
Not at all. There was no one in sight. Here's another chance for Eau Claire. And Proctor at least had a defenseman there, fresh out of the score face-off, as there's another whistle to stop play.
Offsides.
Offsides is called. Proctor does not seem happy. I mean, he was playing the near side post. It was a pass that went to the other side. He had a chance to possibly stop it.
It's just so
with
tough.
The ankle pad, but again, you're right. It's so difficult. I mean, Michael Eftimovsky was in the area.
But you can't have two guys, especially the goalie being the last resort. That is your last line of defense, and you just can't have that in that situation when there's two guys right in front of the net.
Yes, Eftimovsky, being a defenseman, was somewhere near the area of the near side post, but wasn't playing that very well, and that's what definitely allowed that score. So it's now 2-0. Eau Claire has the lead over Stevens Point. Just over 11 minutes. We are approaching the halfway point of this matchup. Puck out in front of the Eau Claire net, but Max Guchar is playing like his.
And the last thing I want to see Stevens Point do is just forcing shots. I still want them to put together a nice offensive possession where they can get something going. It starts with one goal.
Oh my goodness, Proctor is so much out of his crease. Wow.
I was going to say Jeepers Creepers there.
Expecting some of his defensemen to show up. I mean, he was at the corner. And now Eau Claire setting up their next attempt. Almost poked away there from Johnson. Eau Claire has a pass. Great save from Proctor. Puck still alive.
That backside has been open too much. Got to step it up there for this defense for Stevens Point.
Yes, they do. Johnson tries to make a play at it. It falls down. Battle right in front of the press box. And it finally springs free. Joseph Manning with the cross-ice pass. Puck flies in the air, lands back on the ice. Bunting makes the play out of it, and now Stevens Point makes a line change. They send Michael Eftimovsky in, who misses the late hit. Here comes Morris, sends it to the other side, straddling the yellow. Alex Johnson has the puck, taking his time on his side of the ice. Here's a short little pass to Michael Eftimovsky. Owen Dean in the area as well. Pass off the boot of Owen Dean. Here's Gino Colangelo trying to set a pass.
Are just not efficient whatsoever.
No, they are not. 2 pointers just collided as Eau Claire has plenty of time to set up their next offensive attack.
Stevens Point looks absolutely clueless out there right now.
Here they come. Oh my goodness, what is going on? Teammates keep falling into each other. Almost just happened again. That was pretty sweet though from Owen Dean as the Pointers make another line change. It's Alec Hamity and Hunter O'Brien who are back on the ice. We hit the halfway point, or slightly past the halfway point now, as there's a big slam on the boards. But here comes Eau Claire. They've got a chance, and it's another goal! 3-0. A timeout has to be called. This defense is doing everything but playing defense. I mean, Proctor then had little to no help.
And Nolan Greer, I mean, what a move there. I mean, all the way from that
sweet.
left side, right across, through in front of Proctor. Proctor didn't see it coming. And just a great play there from Greer to make this 3-0. What a job here from Eau Claire. I mean, their defense has been outstanding tonight, and then they just put it right onto that offensive side, just really taking them the distance so far. So 3-0. Stevens Point's going to have to play another goal behind, and a steal here.
Shot is in! The Pointers are on the board!
Cody Pisarcek, the freshman from Airdrie, Alberta. My goodness, I know you didn't see it, Jacob. Got the steal, and that is what the recruitment class does.
Wow! All hope seemed to be lost for these Pointers. A major steal on Eau Claire's side of the ice. One-on-one matchup against Max Kuchar, and Cody Pisarcek delivers the blow.
Wow. That was a very clutch goal from Pisarcek. And you love to see that out of your freshman class. The new recruits coming in and making an amazing play, getting the steal, going the distance, and finishing it off. And here comes Pointers.
They needed to wake up, and that's what they did, but the job is not done yet. Oh, man, they had another chance at it. Pass was out in front.
And where's this energy coming from, Jacob? I mean, they score one goal, and all of a sudden, it's like they want to shut the lights out here.
Nico Komilevsky with the puck. Backwards pass to Hintz. Shot straight to the chest. Max Kuchar makes another save. And so many things just happened. I mean, the Pointers dug themselves into an 0-3 hole. Defense was struggling big time. Had no help, Alex Proctor had no help from his defenseman. Was a little slow with his reaction time these last couple of goals. But the offense has given them no help on defense. They have been not able to complete passes. They haven't stayed alive a lot on the opposing side of the ice. And that steal for a goal was the exact amount of juice that Stevens Point needed, that momentum swing to give energy, not just to the team, but to this stadium. The KB Willet is bumping for the first time since game time started around 7 o'clock. Oh, man.
Yes. Oh, man is right. I mean, you just had the goal on the other end from Greer, and it seemed like all hope was lost, and then Cody Pisarcek had a little bit up his sleeve right there. Unexpected steal, and Eau Claire just didn't see it coming. Neither did Kuchar. And wow, what a play by Pisarcek. I mean, you love to see that out of the kid.
And it plays into this narrative because the last time these two teams played, it was the semi-championship game for the conference, the WIAC semifinals. 2 games were played. Stevens Point won game 2. It led to that one-period mini-game, which they tied. So it led to 3 overtimes in triple overtime. So 4 total periods were played on that fateful night. One of the longest games in Division III hockey history. It went and played into the next day. It went past midnight. And these teams do not like each other. The two most successful teams in the WIAC, at least in D3 men's hockey history. And you also have to point out to the fact that Alex Proctor, who's now let up 3 goals, I mean, it's his birthday, and he wants to come up big time after this is the team that sent his team home last year. Puck out in front, taken away by Eau Claire. Oh, no. Joseph Manning didn't see it. Pass out in front, intercepted by the Pointers.
Nice
takeaway there. It's Gabe Randall. He had it for the moment. Puck past the corner, somewhat behind the net. Now at the corner, pass out in front, shot, oh, just off the pad of Max Guchar. And here comes Eau Claire with haste.
Nice
it
move.
was Herzberg who wipes out. Eau Claire still possessing the puck as it just went past Richards for Stevens Point. We haven't seen him much these last couple of home games as well. Just over 7 minutes ago, we got ourselves a 3-1 game. Eau Claire with the lead over Stevens Point. Whistle is blown. Stops the clock with 7:05 left in this second period. As each team is going to make a respective line change. And it looks like we're going to have a face-off in the far side face-off circle on Stevens Point side of the ice. And it will be between Quentin Hill for the Pointers and Inglis again for Eau Claire. As Eau Claire won the face-off. The puck went past the stick of Trenton Heidi. Where's the puck? It's out in front. Taken by the Pointers. It's the captain, Sean Bunting, trying to keep it alive, but passed to one of his opposing players. It was on Eau Claire. Where's the puck? On the near side. Lobbed over the heads of Eftimovsky and Norris. And we get a stoppage because icing is called.
Stevens Point, I mean, ever since that goal, they've really just come together as a squad. I mean, the defense has stepped up, the offense has stepped up. And Eau Claire, you can start to see, I mean, the shot attempts are getting a lot better for Stevens Point, and it helps when you're moving that puck around, making it a better opportunity for your teammates. You'd love to see it. I mean, 6:35 left in the second period. I would love to see Stevens Point get another goal here.
It's got to show up on the stat sheet. You're right. They need more than one goal to make up for this deficit. Icing is waved off as we're back on the Pointer side of the ice. Just under 6.5 minutes to go in this second period. Danny Reese keeps it alive for his Blue Golds, but it's taken by the Pointers. Hit of the brakes by Ryan Hintz. One of the Blue Golds loses his stick as Eau Claire makes a line change. Stevens Point was trying to catch him in transition, but they won't. One of them wipes out. Puck travels back to center ice. Hintz trying to keep it alive. Bounce pass off the boards. We got a wipe out from another Blue Gold. Eau Claire's back in the offense. Shot is saved by Alex Proctor.
Nice save there from Proctor, being aware on his toes as usual. He's got a little bit more chippiness here.
Between Cody Pisarcek for the Pointers and Connor Thompson for the Blue Golds. As the stick of one of the Blue Golds comes off, and just a reminder, if you are listening on the radio, audio is provided to you by WWSP Stevens Point, your only alternative, with video provided by Pointer Studios here on YouTube. Thank you all for watching and listening. Very much appreciated. I am Jacob Spoerl, joined by Brett McNamara. Eau Claire sends somewhat of a slap shot to the far side post of the Pointers net, and finally Alex Proctor decided to make a glove save, which stops the clock. 5 minutes and 44 seconds. Stevens Point, though, on the losing end, 3-1. Eau Claire with the lead. You
can see Proctor really wanted to get rid of that one, but it was just kind of forced to hold that one and make it a play here on this side of Stevens Point. But you can see Proctor's trying to do his most to not have Stevens Point have face-offs on his side.
It looked like the Pointers won the face-off, as it's now at the far side corner. And it's kind of shoved away there by Quentin Hill. Kept in play, though, by Wyatt Carlson for these Pointers. Owen Dean sends a pass out to Hamity. And Stevens Point really has got to get out of this.
Yeah,
oh, my goodness. That was a full-on grab. That was a hold. Come on. And he knows it. there's a stoppage, and I have not seen a more obvious hold in my life. He let go when he started to linger for too long. I believe it was Brent Gullinchin.
I didn't know Micah Parsons was playing hockey, Jacob.
Yeah, that one was a little too long. That's why he raised the glove and said, nope, I wasn't doing it. So after the stoppage, we're going to be right here in front of the press box at the dot in front of the blue line on the Pointer side of the ice. Eftimovsky with the cross-ice pass. Finds his way to Blake Norris. Here comes the Pointers with haste. Oh, it hits the butt of one of the Eau Claire defensemen. And now here comes Eau Claire again into the Pointers side of the ice. Shot goes way wide of the net.
And Camden Markham on the other end had a great chance to make this a 2-3 game, but unfortunately, I mean, Max Kuchar has been great tonight so far for Eau Claire in hopes of continuing
the Blue Golds
perfect night.
Make a line change. The Pointers could have caught them in transition again, something they typically take advantage of. They just haven't really tonight. Missed hit there from Bunting, and it's Quentin Hill taking his time with the puck. Now back on Eau Claire's side of the ice, which we haven't seen a ton of since that goal was scored several minutes ago. It was a glove save from Max Kuchar. Didn't really need to do it. It was way high and wide of the net. He kind of reached up there to make a one-hander if you're young enough. An OBJ, as we called it when we were in elementary school.
Throw it up.
Stops the clock with 4 minutes and 17 seconds. Eau Claire with the 3-1 lead over Stevens Point. Stevens Point won the faceoff as it bounces off the glass. Going to the corner. It was Hastings, I believe. Sorry, it was Turner Richards.
And a guy I've noticed that we haven't talked about, Chris Engelbert, has not played tonight.
And I'm not sure if he's taking a game off or what he's doing, but there's several Pointers who we haven't seen play much this season get a lot of playing time. Turner Richards being one of them. Haven't seen Joseph Manning a ton of these last couple of games. Camden Markham has really been surprising because we've seen extremely little of him, but he's played a lot. Proctor was well out of his crease to make a play at that one. Trying to keep the offense hot, which it will not, as Eau Claire takes it back on the Pointer side of the ice. That one heads straight to the fans.
And that's why there's a net there, Jacob, because if that was anywhere else, especially this way, we might have to play some duck and cover games.
You know what? It kind of went just over the glass, so I would have actually reached over and caught the puck. That's what would have happened.
Really? You don't got the
I'm kidding.
The hand
Yeah,
skills
I
there,
played
Mr.
offensive
Spoerl.
line in high school for football. So, oh yeah, my pass set was deadly. All conference honorable mention, brother.
There you go.
Out of the face-off. Stevens Point wins that one. They got to get something going on offense. Obviously, they had that one goal, but that was out of a steal opportunity. And outside of that, they've been relatively non-existent. Just a ton of slapping from all these sticks.
Just playing a little keep away from both squads.
Hit. Alex Johnson, pass. Oh, my goodness, what a hit. Complete wipeout.
It's on the post.
On the post, it took Max Kuchar several attempts as a glove save, and now we got a couple of fisticuffs thrown. And it looks like in that pile was Niko Komilevsky for the Pointers throwing some hits. I'm not sure who was in there on Eau Claire's side of the ice throwing some hits back. But that stops the clock with 2 minutes and 56 seconds left in this second period between the Blue Golds and the Pointers. As one of the officials, 17's out on the ice. Okay, that confused 17 himself. There was a little issue, but Luke Lavery is coming back on the ice. He's not out of the game. That was a little confusing even for some of the Eau Claire players here on their bench. Out of the face-off. Game's getting a little bit more physical. Shot with just wide of the net. Another attempt. Just went past the other post. Oh, my goodness. It was Gino Colangelo.
Yeah, the pressure. Stevens Point, nice job getting a lot of shot attempts now on Kuchar. It seems like Eau Claire's offense has staggered here in the last few minutes.
Wow. That was a beautiful spin move by Luke Lavery, who's coming out of the game. Eau Claire makes a swift line change. The Pointers can't get this puck off the boards. Now they finally do. Here comes Hamony, taking his time. Gets wiped out as he delivers a strike. That's got to be tripping.
Guchar sticked his leg out.
Oh my goodness. I'm not sure. It doesn't look like they're going to get a call. Blake Norris has the puck, slaps it off the boards, and Stevens Point makes a line change. We're under 2 minutes to go here in the second period. Stevens Point down 2 goals.
You can see they're right there, Jacob, though. I mean, the Pointers have really just given it all here in the second period.
Pisarcek having to roll backwards. Johnson trying to poke it away. He might, and he will. Stevens Point is back on the offense. It's Cody Pisarcek. Slaps it back off the backboards. Stevens Point still has the puck. It's Nico Kamilevsky working against Gullinchin for the Blue Golds. We got under a minute and a half to go here in the second period. Stevens Point might have the momentum right now. They scored last. After Eau Claire started the game, scoring 3 unanswered, Hunter O'Brien had the puck for the moment as it's on the near side board. Eftimovsky unable to poke it away. It's just lobbed by Eau Claire into the Pointers' side of the ice. Proctor well out of his crease to make a play of that. Cross-ice pass from Pisarcek just goes past Alex Johnson. Alex Johnson, though, puts it back on Eau Claire's side of the ice. 45 seconds left in this second period. Stevens Point trying to take this back to a one-possession game, just like it was in this first period. But there's an aerial shot and a glove save made by Max Guchar, which stops the clock with 36 seconds left.
Wow. I mean, what an eventful second period. I mean, that one goal in the first was pretty much it. I mean, nothing really happened. There's a couple power plays, but now the second period is really just coming together to another great matchup. It's 3-1. Eau Claire's playing great so far. Stevens Point trying to fight back. You see it in their hearts. You see it in their eyes. But can they get it done?
Out of the face-off circle. Goes around. Near side boards. Hunter O'Brien corrals the puck. 28 seconds left. Pass just goes off the stick of Owen Dean. Sends it past Hamady. Now Eau Claire takes possession. They're on the offense. Pass center ice.
Gotta watch
Here's
that
the pass.
backside.
Just went off the sticks of Max Dronin. We're familiar with his game. And around, oh my goodness. Eau Claire had a chance. Proctor readies for another shot attempt. There's 5 seconds left. Eau Claire trying to score before the time expires, and they won't. Poked away by Dean to end it. We are officially through 2 periods of play between these WIAC arch rivals. Your UW Stevens Point Piners, the Pointers and the UW Eau Claire Blue Golds, and Schroeder was having a big talking to Tyler Herzberg. And I'm not sure if he did something after the whistle that the official didn't like. And it looks like they're going to discuss right now what's going on. I'm not sure what happened there at the end, but that'll be for period number 3. We're going to take it to the final period of regulation. Eau Claire extends their lead now 3-1 over the Pointers here at the KB Willet Arena. We'll take a quick intermission break for about 15 minutes. Make sure you stay tuned. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the final period of regulation here at KB Willet Arena, where your UW Stevens Point Pointers are taking on the UW Eau Claire Blue Golds here on the ice. The Blue Golds in the second period took a 3-1 lead. Their largest lead of the game, though, was by 3, and it was nuts. They entered the period up 1-0 over the Pointers, but it was 3 goals, all scored within the same 4 minutes. 2 by Eau Claire, and then right after that third Eau Claire goal was scored, it took another 10 seconds before Stevens Point finally got on the board. However, the last 8 or 9 minutes or so of the second period were quite uneventful. There was moments where it got close for a minute, but yeah, that's all we got going on here. I'm Jacob Spoerl, joined here by Brett McNamara. If you're watching this online, video is provided by Pointer Studios here on YouTube, with audio provided by WWSP Stevens Point.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a very eventful game, Jacob. I mean, lots of offense from Eau Claire, especially. I mean, those 3 goals came where Stevens Point's defense seemed irrelevant. I mean, really, they had a lot of backsided goals, catching Stevens Point off guard, especially that third goal right in front of Proctor. Went one way, got around the other way. So Stevens Point down by 2 goals. This is their last-ditch effort. Can they get it done? I guess we'll find out. But, Jacob, we got another great period up ahead.
Yes, we do. The big question is, can the Pointers avenge their WIAC semifinals loss against these Eau Claire Blue Golds here on home ice?
And
we will find out.
The only thing I want to point out here, 18 saves each for Guchar and Proctor. So, I mean, it's right there in the stat sheet.
Here we go. Both teams meet at center ice. The final 20 minutes of regulation play, and the Pointers win the faceoff. Here, this fresh set of ice from behind, and it goes out of play just like that. It was smacked out of play by number 11, Nico Kemalevsky, and it might have hit the goalie keeper. So, we're going to take this quick moment of stoppage as we've only played 9 seconds here of this third period. We're at the far side face-off circle. Alex Johnson and Easton Ingles were in there, but the Pointers win the face-off again. Quick shot to the goal, and Guchar makes a glove save. Another stoppage of play. We're not even a full 15 seconds into this third period, and we've already had 2 separate stoppages. Nice save there from Guchar. That final goal he let up was not his best. As we're back from the face-off.
And a goal!
Strike from Nico Kemalevsky! And we are 1 goal away from a tie game!
I'm so sorry, Mr. Spoerl. We had some difficulties with our cords, but my goodness, we are within 1. We got to make this exciting. Wow. Well, I just saw the last second. Number 11, Nico Kemalevsky, right there, puts it right in. Bang, we're right in it. We're right in it. I'm so sorry.
For the new listeners on the radio, Stevens Point is now only losing by 1 goal. 2-3 is your score here at Stevens Point. It didn't even take 30 seconds of this third period for the Pointers to make it a 1-score game. We still have 19 and a half minutes of play to go. The Pointers are trying to catch Guchar out of stray. Great hit from Blake Norris, but the puck will travel on the Pointers side of the ice. Alex Proctor out of his crease. Had a little pump fake there, let one of his defensemen take the puck. But Eau Claire's on the offense. It goes off the pad of Proctor. Eau Claire still has a chance to set something up. Defended again by one of the Pointers defensemen. It looked like it was Johnson. Set down by Andrew Hayek for these Blue Golds as they're already making a line change. And Proctor makes a glove save to stop the clock with 18 minutes and 59 seconds. Still have plenty of time here, but now what was at one point a 3-0 game, Stevens Point has scored 2 unanswered goals. Oh my goodness.
Yes, oh my goodness is right. I mean, just a crazy goal there.
And I doubt that'll be the last of them. Points offense has struggled mightily, but they have come out strong here in the early first minute of this final period. Pass stolen by Eau Claire. They're keeping it on the Pointer side of the ice. Goes past the corner. It's behind the net. Proctor readies. Still back of the corner. Slamming the brakes. Still at the corner. Eau Claire trying to find some space. They're having trouble with that. It looked like Bunting lost his stick for a quick moment. Puck travels behind the net. Almost swung away by Sean Bunting, but the puck stayed right in front of the Pointers bench. There's a nice pass there from one of the Pointers defensemen. Quentin Hill with a little spin. Oh, man, there goes the puck. We wanted to catch it. Goes right
so close
in front of the box and lands right in front of a... Oh, my goodness, that was so nice. One of the fans grabbed it and gave it to his mom. What a wholesome moment here in this violent game on the ice.
Well, go back to that last goal. I want to go over it. It was a face-off. Alex Johnson goes right in and passes it right to Chmelevski inside. It was a great pass from Johnson and an easy goal from Chmelevski. It's 2-3 now.
Had a little wipe out there as the Pointers finally taken defensively. Poked away for a moment. Ryan Hintz takes it from back behind the goal. 17:43. Slap shot wide of the net to the near side. Another shot attempt was defended by Hintz. Little wipe out there. Puck on the near side. Boards. Long shot out in front. Proctor made the first save. Puck behind the net. Back in front again. It was lobbed over from behind.
And if you're Stevens Point here, you cannot give up another goal. You got to keep this at 3 for Eau Claire.
Oh, man. A Blue Gold and a Pointer had a chance to play it and would pass both of their sticks. Eau Claire makes a line change. Can the Pointers catch him in transition? It's back on Eau Claire's side of the ice. Guchar readies as we are 3 minutes into this final period. Long shot out in front. Yeah! Oh my goodness! It went in between the post and the skate. We are tied!
Oh my goodness! Nico Chmelevski
delivers another strike. Last week he had the snipe in the corner. This one it's at the bottom. Oh my gosh!
We don't got one, but we got 2 goals from you from Nico Chmelevski. My goodness, we have tied it up 3 apiece. And wow, off the pass, Chmelevski, like you mentioned, right between the lines.
The perfect time for this Pointers offense to come alive. And here's Chmelevski with the puck again, keeping it up.
He's going for the hat trick, Jacob.
That would be huge. Out in front again. Oh my goodness, another save from Guchar. He struggled though in this third period. Puck in front again. Shot just wide. Oh my goodness. Anxious up in the press box. Oh my goodness, another missed shot.
Chmelevski had another chance right there for the hat trick. But I love the effort that Stevens Point has put together in this third period.
They have scored 3 unanswered. Now here comes Eau Claire with haste. Saved by Proctor. Pointers out in front. They have all the advantage in the world right now. All the momentum, I should say. But that one is poked away by Eau Claire. They're trying to catch Stevens Point in transition. Out in front.
Great defense there.
It was also a missed shot. It went off the stick. And here comes the Pointers. Pass center ice. Oh, man, the pass just went in front of Hamedy's stick. Oh, no, he collides with the corner of the boards.
I thought a tripping call was going to be called there, but I guess not.
Mosier passes it out. Stays on Eau Claire's side of the ice. Hamedy comes out. And back on the ice, who just delivered a hit there, is the freshman Gabe Randall. Stevens Point could keep this on Eau Claire's side of the ice, and that was a great play by Gabe Randall.
I don't know what was talked about in that locker room, but the effort is there this period. They are fighting for their lives out there.
Racing a long stretch shot is saved by Max Guchar, but they want vengeance, Brett. As we get a quick talking to between Chmelevski and Gabe Randall on the Pointers, or sorry, that's Gino Colangelo and Gabe Randall for the Pointers. And in that little kerfuffle there for the Blue Golds was Trey Ganetz and Tyler Herzberg. Wow, what an eventful first couple of minutes.
I didn't take a deep breath there.
Yeah, and for anyone who doesn't know, why these teams are rivals. They always play each other in the playoffs. They seem to typically be the final two teams left standing in the conference. They played in the WWSP semifinals last year. It was 7 total periods played. That shot goes way up into the rafters and falls back down to play. We get a stoppage.
And on top of that, I mean, the WWSP football as well. The Pointers got their first WWSP football win against UW-Eau Claire after 6 years. And my goodness, it correlates to hockey. It really does. The battle, the rivalry is here in the KB Willet.
It's alive too. One of the most highest attended games this season in the KB Willet. There's still plenty of season left. But this is the final game on home ice in the calendar year 2025. Raegan comes to the board, trying to meet it up. It springs loose.
Pointers gonna have to reset here.
Gabe Randall having a reset for his Pointers. Right to Kopel. Raegan's got it. Offsides.
Smart, great job there from Raegan. Realizing offsides was called, being aware of what's going on and getting
going
away.
Back behind the blue line. That was indeed intelligent. Puck traveled behind the Pointers' net. Proctor was ready for it. Now it's on the near side boards, and here comes Stevens Point. And it's poked away out of play by Brent Gullinchin, sorry. And it looks like, oh no, I thought we were going to get a media timeout, but it's just a line change for each team as both teams are most likely gassed.
You can't even stop this Pointers team.
You
even
cannot.
In the media timeout.
That was a very quick face-off, but the Pointers won another one. Well defended there by Eau Claire.
Great job there from Bunton, the captain, getting the stick in there. Icing will be called.
Indeed it will. Proctor raised his hand. Stops the clock with 14 minutes and 23 seconds. Again, almost halfway through the second period, Eau Claire took a 3-0 lead. But right after they took that lead point, it only took them about 10 seconds to score. It was 3-1. Then we head to the third period, where Stevens Point has had their best offensive period by far, scoring back-to-back goals, 3 straight unanswered, as we are tied here, 3 apiece. What a hit laid out by Sean Bunting, the team captain. Bounce off the boards, the captain Bunting keeps it in play. It's out behind Eau Claire's net. Ooh, that might be tripping.
Nothing's called.
Nothing is called. Handled by Hastings, just passed it to one of the Blue Golds. So here comes Eau Claire off the turnover.
Gotta get a
with
stick in
haste.
there.
Great defense. Oh my goodness. A phenomenal shove by one of the Pointers. It was Blake Norris. Puck is out in front, but no Blue Gold was there, so the defense takes over.
Very smart job there from Richards, realizing he's got nobody with him.
Yeah, it was a quick lob as the Pointers needed to make a line change. And somehow that puck lands back on Eau Claire's side of the ice. Didn't seem like it would from the start of that play.
I love what Stevens Point's doing here. They're getting rid of it when they know they don't got nothing and getting the line changes in.
That was a great move by Max Dronen for the Blue Golds. Just under 13 and a half minutes in this final period to go. Alex Johnson pass back. Oh man, a pad save for Max Guchar. Here's Johnson, pass out in front, defended for now. Kamlevsky trying to get it out, but it's taken away by Eau Claire.
Some 2-on-2 hockey.
Great move by Logan Gaines as he hit the brakes. Pass out in front. Oh man, just went wide of the stick of Dane Hoyard. Eau Claire now makes a line change. The Pointers could have taken over offensively, but instead Eau Claire has the puck.
Reset here as well. Nice job there from Stevens Point, hustling back on defense, forcing Eau Claire to another empty possession.
It was Hayek to Bacalo. Shot goes wide of the net. Eau Claire staying on the offense. Good in and out move, but he wipes out. Oh man. Puck behind the net, now to the far side corner. Eau Claire still possessing the puck. Spin around back to the corner. Now behind the net. Now to the near side corner. Cross-ice pass goes past his man, and here comes the Pointers. In Eau Claire territory, it's 2-on-2. And that is poked away. Great job
pass. Oh,
by Trenton Heide. 12 minutes ago in this third period. Eau Claire is going to take this. Past center ice. They make a line change. The Pointers take it back in Eau Claire territory. Great stick movement from Ryan Hintz. Staying alive with it. On the near side boards. Gets hit. Lets it loose.
Just too much time there with Hintz. I mean, he had a great couple moves inside, but just had to get rid of it, and he didn't there.
That was a harsh pass that's going to wind up with an icing call, and it will. stops the clock with 11 minutes and 35 seconds in this one. What a game, Brett.
Wow, you said it correctly. I mean, 3 apiece. It felt like the Pointers were pretty much out of it when it hit that 3-0 point, and then Pizarchek got that goal, and then Chmielewski with the 2 here in the 3. So, wow, I mean, we just got to take a step back to move forward. Wow, what a nice job here from the Pointers. See if they can finish it off, though, but Eau Claire, I mean, they still got a lot of fight left in them as well.
Guchar was out of his crease to make a play at it. Pointers had a chance, but there was a little wipeout. Norris keeps it alive for Stevens Point. Just over 11 minutes here to go. Quentin Hill takes it to the other side. Norris there. Pass. Oh, man, just goes past the stick of Sean Bunting. Eau Claire takes possession, taking a pass center ice and to the Pointer side of the ice, but it's poked away by Norris. Great job, little wipeout from Eau Claire. Oh, man, it just goes past the stick of Sean Bunting. Great move there by the forward Luke Lavery, but it's a save for Alex Proctor. Eau Claire still has the puck on the offense. And it's a shot and a goal! Eau Claire is back in front!
And it's Nolan Greer again, this time all the way from the blue line. My goodness, what a shot there from Nolan Greer, the sophomore from Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. Taking the lead back for Eau Claire, 4-3 with 10:38 left to go. My goodness, Jacob, this is getting intense.
Yes, it is. Stevens Point finally ties the game up, but still have not had a lead at any point in this game. Eau Claire back in front.
You just can't have that happen, especially from where it was shot from.
We're about to hit the halfway point of this one, as Eau Claire is now up 4-3. 10 minutes and 22 seconds left. The puck was pinned right in front of the Pointers bench. Eau Claire having to reset. That was poked away. Great job. Alex Johnson keeping it alive. Just goes past the stick of Nico Chmielewski. Eau Claire resetting. Nice pass there to center ice. That's found its way to Connor Thompson, one of tonight's starting forwards. Puck out in front of the net. Eau Claire's a chance. Saved for now by Proctor, still out in front, and knocked away by one of the Pointer defensemen.
It was Joseph Manning. Great job getting the puck out of there.
Stevens Point was getting exhausted. They make a line change. Kopel back on the ice. So is Adam Racigal. Pass goes past the blue line. Pointers trying to keep it alive. It was Gabe Randall, fell down. Puck out in front. Racigal. Oh, man. Couldn't get a full handle on it. Out in front again. Poked away. Puck still alive. Racigal. Oh, man. Off the pad. Almost was finished off by Cody Pizarchek.
Pointers putting a lot of pressure here on Eau Claire.
Puck behind the net as Kopel wipes out. It's on the near side. Manning sends it to the corner. Hunter O'Brien's back in the game as he's fighting for the puck. So is Adam Kopel. 9 minutes to go in this one. Pointer down 1. Kopel's now off the ice. Gino Colangelo's back on it. Eau Claire's back on the offense. Into Pointer territory. Coming around. And it's knocked away. Great defense there by the Pointers. It was Gino Colangelo. There.
Oh, what a hit from O'Brien.
Great hit. The boards behind the net. Gino Colangelo couldn't find the puck. Eau Claire takes back over, but that is going to be icing. Took a second for Peters to call it. Eventually does. It stops the clock with just under 8.5 minutes to go, everybody. 4-3 is your score. Eau Claire retakes the lead by 1 over Stevens Point.
Wow. I mean, just wow. This is very intense. Guess we'll see what happens. 8:30 left to go. Norris now with it.
Norris with the puck. His defender slips and falls down. Norris has a chance, but it's saved by the shoulder pad of Max Guchar. Puck out in front again, but it's defended by the Eau Claire defenseman. It'll travel back in the Pointer side of the ice. Eau Claire is able to make a line change. Nice hit of the brakes there from Owen Dean.
The Eau Claire's defense has been pretty much 100%. I mean, they've given up 3 goals, but it feels like a couple of those were on Guchar. So we'll see if they can step up here once again, and they do it right there.
Now under 8 minutes to go in this one. The Pointers, wanting to get a huge win over their arch rival at home ice. Eau Claire takes back over on the puck. That was poor defense. Oh, man, but a little crash and burn there at the end of that offensive possession. Sean Bunting can't get back on the stick, and Proctor won't glove it. Sends it out to one of his defensemen who are behind the red line of the net. Puck is still on the Pointers' side of the ice. Bunting couldn't find it, that was Quentin Hill who couldn't find it. Puck now travels behind the Pointers' net again. The Blue Golds make another line change. Proctor looks a little bit out of breath. He needs the offense to lock in here as they're taking a pass center ice. And it is Copel, I believe, Turner Richards who gets slammed into behind the Eau Claire net. Puck up in the air, and it comes out of play as we get a stoppage here. It stops the clock with 6:54 left in this one, folks.
Wow. I mean, just craziness. Really craziness. I mean, ever since that fourth goal, it just seems like it's going back and forth, back and forth, and back and forth. Nothing's really coming together. So Stevens Point now on their side.
Out of the face-off circle. Stevens Point takes that. Quick shot from Kemelevsky is saved by Max Guchar. We get another stoppage. 6:47 left. It's been highly competitive, and we now seemingly will get a media timeout with 6 minutes and 47 seconds to go. Eau Claire has the lead 4-3 over Stevens Point.
Yeah, I mean, I got to give a shout out to this Eau Claire defense. I really do. I mean, they have been unstoppable today. I know they've given up 2 goals here in this third period, but really it's been a very tough time for Stevens Point to get something together. They finally did after 2 whole periods. This defense, I mean, bend don't break. You talk about it all the time in football.
Oh, yeah.
Eau Claire's doing it right now on the hockey rink, so you love to see it from this Eau Claire squad.
Yeah, and it has been a tough matchup offensively. I mean, obviously they scored in the second period, but that was off a steal. And for the most part, Stevens Point's offense was relatively non-existent. That has happened in several periods of several games so far this season. But they have really come alive early in the third, but have still showed signs. I mean, it was after that third goal was scored, there was 2 or 3 different chances where the puck was out in front of the net, and there was a pointer there. It was either a missed exchange or a pass was too fast. But fresh out of the media timeout, Joseph Manning keeps the puck alive on Eau Claire's side of the ice.
No icing will be called there.
Waved off. Proctor came way out of his crease. I have no clue why icing was waved off.
Nobody was touched by a pointer.
And here comes Stevens Point on the offense. Under 6.5 minutes to go. Pisarcek loses his stick. Doesn't have time to scoop it back up. Now he can. That was a...
Proctor's got to get it out of there.
He does. He sends it over to one of his teammates. And it'll travel into Eau Claire's side of the ice. Icing waved off there. Each team makes their own line change. 6 minutes to go. Eau Claire on the offense with haste. Poked away for the moment by Norris. Puck behind the net. Eau Claire keeps this offensive attempt alive, but no, it's taken away by Norris. Almost a breakaway for the Pointers. Oh my goodness. Puck was moving just too fast for Cody Pisarcek, and look at this. Wrapping up with 2 different Blue Golds. His teammate Alec Hominy there to back him up. One of the Blue Golds there in the pile is Brent Gullinchin.
That's Cody Pisarcek looking for goal number 2 there. Just a little too far in front of him. And wow, I mean, we were just probably a few inches away from this being a 4-4 hockey game, but here we are sitting at 3-4, under 6 left to go. And just a reminder, you're listening to WWSP Stevens Point.
With video provided to you by Pointer Studios here on YouTube. What a game it's been. Thank you all for viewing and listening. 5.5 minutes here. Each team is approaching the 30 shots on goal mark. Puck finally slips out. It was a bounce pass off the boards. Eftimowski finding his way back to the puck on the Pointer side of the ice, where Stevens Point will reset. Nice slam on the brakes there. Alec Hominy turning the other way. Great stick handling here from Alec Hamady. Shot just goes wide. An incredible glove save, though, was made by Max Gutschar. If you ignore the first 5 minutes, or sorry, the first couple of minutes, I should say, this third period, Max Gutschar, in my opinion, has had a phenomenal performance here at opposing ice. And something that I haven't even talked about, all but one of Eau Claire's wins has come on their home ice. So this would be their first conference victory on opposing ice if they do beat the Pointers tonight. There's only 5 minutes left to play. Stevens Point is still down by 1 goal. 3-4 is your score. Puck is still pinned on the near side boards. Great job by this Eau Claire defense. Max Rojo.
They got the numbers too.
Pass out, and it's a stomach save for Alex Proctor. Nice job there.
Nolan Greer standing at 6'4", wanted the hat trick there on the one-timer, but couldn't get to go.
Exactly.
So nice job there from Proctor, being aware and ready for that cross-ice pass and attempted score.
Yeah, it was a great job for Eau Claire to set it up. Greer trying to score his 3rd goal of the game. But Proctor was prepared. He made the save. It stopped the clock with 4 minutes and 42 seconds. There's going to be a far side face-off on the Pointer side of the ice that Eau Claire wins. Shot defended by one of the Pointers. Here's a breakaway. Cuts back. Oh my goodness. Incredible defense by Carter Bradley.
Beautiful hustle too.
Came all the way back. That was an easy scoring opportunity for the Pointers that he just prevented. Stevens Point trying to bounce it off to Kopel, sorry. Puck goes past Mosier. Now he corrals it. Pass back to Mosier. They're trying to reset. Stand on their side of the ice for now. Pass out in front. Nico Kamilevsky has it poked away. Great job by these Eau Claire defensemen. Mosier has the puck. Shot. Defended for now. Nico Kamilevsky trying to get back to it. It's at center ice.
The Pointers got about 2 minutes left here of 5-on-5 hockey before Alex Proctor is going to be pulled.
Shot in front. There it is. 5 goals for Eau Claire. It went in between the legs of Alex Proctor.
Oh, just an unfortunate circumstance from Stevens Point. I mean, I just mentioned it about 2 seconds before the shot in goal. Wow. I mean, just craziness. They get that 5th goal. And
look at this. No, they're not. It looked for a moment.
They're going to wait a little bit. They'll probably wait. They're talking it over with Proctor, but just, my goodness, you can't have that happen, especially in this situation. As you can see, the fans starting to make their way to the exits. We still got 4 minutes left, so just a lot can happen.
3.5 to go specifically. The difference is the defense tonight. Obviously, the offense has been more inconsistent for the Pointers as they're trying to score again right here. But that defense, these last several minutes for Eau Claire, has been incredibly stout and staying strong. And there's a pass that just goes past the stick of Hunter O'Brien. He's trying to keep it alive. The Blue Golds make a line change. 3 minutes to go. Puck out in front. Defended by Eau Claire. Pass lobbed up to the corner because Stevens Point needed to make a line change, and they do. Eau Claire is going to take it past center ice. And we have an empty net, folks. Empty net as they pull Alex Proctor. It is now 6-on-5. The puck lands at the corner. They are relying all on their offense, which struggled for the first 2 periods of this game. 2.5 minutes to go specifically. Puck out in front. Almost saved by Gutschar. Puck lands here at the glass. Cody Pisarcek having to trail all the way back to his own blue line to make a play at this. Back on Eau Claire side of the ice, 2:15 to go. Johnson at the corner, so is Nico Kamilevsky. It goes now to the far side corner. Quentin Hill is there. So is Kamilevsky. There's a pass, trying to set it up. Defended. Ryan Hintz has to go back to get it. Eau Claire finally able to make a line change. Only 2 minutes to go in this empty net scenario. Down 2 goals. Uh-oh. The Pointers have to go back on defense, and that's the game. There it is. It was 3 unanswered for Eau Claire to start, 3 unanswered for Stevens Point, and now 3 unanswered again for Eau Claire. Oh my goodness.
Yes, unfortunately, that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. 6-3, my goodness. Stevens Point, I mean, they were down by 3 at one point. It was a 3-0 game.
And now there's going to be a penalty called, and it might have been for excessive language after the goal was scored. And so they bring Proctor back into the game. The penalty is against Cade Peterson on Eau Claire. So now Stevens Point is on the power play. It's 5-4 action these final 2 minutes. But Stevens Point just needs 3 goals to stay in this game. I mean, that's going to be almost impossible.
We're going to pull Proctor again, so we're going to 2 extra men on the ice. See if anything can happen.
6-on-4 action in these final minute and a half. Just trying to make something out of it. Kamilevsky swirling around at center ice. Backwards pass, sets up Cody Pisarcek. Takes it past center ice. And oh my goodness, could have been another a power kill goal. Could have been another empty net goal for Eau Claire as they make another line change. The Pointers are coming with haste. They want something to go right offensively. Just over a minute to go. Minute 10 to go on their power play. What was that pass? Oh, almost another empty net goal. I don't know what Alex Johnson was doing. The Pointers still have this one alive.
And they can't even put anything together when they're 2 men more on the ice. They look lost out there. They have been since that 3rd goal.
O'Brien has his shot defended by the skate. And that is definitely the game. The puck taking its time. 40 seconds on the power play, but only 30 seconds on the clock. Here's Stevens Point's last wind attempt. Quentin Hill backwards pass, back to Hill. Out in front, defended again by Eau Claire. 18 seconds left. Still at the far side corner. Straddling the yellow, backwards pass. Hamady, shot goes wide. 8 seconds left. Gino Colangelo has the puck. Now it's behind the net. Only 3 seconds left. And that is going to do it. A 6-3 victory. Stevens Point unable to avenge their semifinal WIAC championship loss. A bizarre game where each team at least had 1 point where they scored 3 straight goals. Eau Claire did it twice. Phenomenal game from Eau Claire in those last several minutes. Stevens Point came to life offensively to start the 3rd period. But Stevens Point is going to fall below 500 once again to 4-5-1. And Eau Claire's record will improve to 6-4-1. What a game, Brett.
Yeah, you said correctly, Jacob. I mean, like I mentioned before, it was 3-0 Eau Claire. Pointers fight all the way back. They got that 1 in the 2nd and 2 in the 3rd right off the bat from Kamilevsky, but just unfortunately, sometimes, even when you think you have a chance, sometimes you don't. And right there was pretty much a proven point of that. I mean, they score another goal, make it 4-3, and then that 5th one just kind of sealed it up, and then, of course, the empty net goal to make it 6-3. Just an unfortunate way this game could end. And it's just, it really is heart-wrenching. I mean, it really is. I mean, it's just, it sucks seeing this. I mean, the way that this team came into the season thinking that it could be a way better start to the season is just not happening. So something's got to change, and I think it starts on the defensive end. It really does. You just cannot give up 6 goals, no matter what game you're playing in. I know Eau Claire's a tough team, but 6 goals is just, you can't have that happen.
Yes, it's unfortunate to say the least. You also have to mention the fact that this is the final game of home ice of the calendar year. There is still one more game to be played tomorrow between both of these teams at Eau Claire. That will be the final game for both teams of 2025 before they take a several-week break, before they come back several days after New Year's to play again on January 3rd. That'll be their first game back from the break. Tough to see for Alex Proctor, who's had a great last couple of years. obviously on his birthday here tonight. 6 goals went through. You can't pull all that solely on him, though. Offensively, Stevens Point had many chances. They had a chance to score another goal right after that third. They had 3 different opportunities to take their first lead of the night. They were unfortunately unable to, but folks, that is all from us for 2025. We've had a great season, at least for us in 2025. Last semester was amazing. This semester, I'd argue, has been even more amazing. I want to thank, obviously, Brett McNamara helping me out through football and through all these hockey broadcasts and even basketball that we've had through WWSP Stevens Point. And for Pointer Studios, thank you to Raegan VanWagner. You've been balancing a lot between the tech director role as well as cameras. Thank you to Lexi Hall, who had to leave last minute, but she's helped us a ton as well. General manager at Pointer Studios also doing a lot on the tech side of things and camera. But that is all from here. Final at Stevens Point, Eau Claire 6, Stevens Point 3. We'll see you all in 2026. Have a happy holidays. Have a good weekend.